Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas. Amon G. Carter Stadium has become a show place, and the home of the TCU Horned Frogs is fired up and ready for this one. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now they get set to kick it away. And the kickoff will be a return. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to start with decent field position. Guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out.
Florida International.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Oh, a reverse. tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
The ninth play of a strong opening drive. It's third and long. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. And he's stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Can he get there on the ground? And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
The shotgun running play call. It's a 1-yard gain, second and 9 coming up. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Ball handed off. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback looking to scramble. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it falls incomplete.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy. The receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Powers through the tackle. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find a picture of that touchdown. Up into the air, he can frame that. That's a nice score to remember.
Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Offense takes the field. Remember, it was a field goal on the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 from home. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida International 7, TCU 3.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
A completion makes it second down. They'll hand it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
He's gone down at the 19-yard line. Brings up second down.
The Horned Frogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
3 and 25.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That gain sets up a third down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Caught over the middle. It's Payne. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Just down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal upcoming. That's a design quarterback keeper. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
The offense 2 for 2 on third downs this drive. This one is 3rd and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Juice to get free. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. And you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
A new set of downs after that completion. Back's got it. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
He'll ride the back again here. Breaks loose at the 40. And the stop is made, but not before. Gain moves the ball to the 32. Well, they trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Here we go. Longer.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Bringing pressure. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Linebacker shifting around now. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Someone moved this a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Timeout, Florida International.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. Now passing the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see would anybody come up with it once it was in the air.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. And they'll set up for the PAT.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Short connection to the tight end here. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
An empty backfield on second and short. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks like he's going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
First down, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Breaking free at midfield. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Horned Frogs have 1st and 10 here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. Across midfield. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, FIU. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
PAT is good, so the lead now is 11.
That makes the score Florida International 21, TCU.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage here. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The TCU offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas Christian. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down.
International offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. And looking to throw now on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. Fired into a tight window and picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to scramble. Here's the throw deep downfield. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape, broke loose from the pocket, and put the ball on a string, but he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
Hey, they roll the dice here and decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this first half has ended.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The PAT puts them up 3. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
24. Florida International 21.
And the Horned Frogs will kick this away to begin the second half. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. On first down, it's play action. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down at 10. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here comes a handoff. Jukes to get past a man. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Important second down play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Find his face at the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
He'll hand it off. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Panthers. And they go in front here in the second half.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And they knock through the PAT, so it's a 4-point game, 28-24. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the TCU offense takes the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again? Or will this defense make some adjustment? Looking for a deep completion. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
So second down after the incompletion. Oh, here comes the reverse. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pocket breaking down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Extending the play now. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the first down.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the defense smothers him for no gain. No huddle now for the offense. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's 1st and goal for the offense.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. He'll hand it off. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Gonna run it. It's Lyons. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's brought down there. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And that is no good. The lead remains at 4 after the miss.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it. The ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd down.
After the 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
International offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida International 28, TCU 24.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the right here. Fights through the tackler. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Using his legs, it's Hussein. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. He's going to hand this off. He shreds the tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier. Absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
This one is right through.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
TCU.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the running back takes the handoff.
Pat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it second and medium. And now the running back's got it again. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He'll throw it now. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, TCU.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
Timeout, Florida International.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Get set, get set.
Tailback takes the handoff again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And moves the ball to the 35. And another first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide.
Let's go.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. And smart choice. He'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
Hey, you're trailing late in a game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Drops back, looking for a 4th down conversion. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the quarterback will take a knee. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.